What it do, JackJack1620?
Not too much, man. I'm just excited to be here. How about yourself?
Oh, it's me, JayTi7n, and I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Just happy. It's a couple days after Thanksgiving already. Somehow, almost December.
Dude, time has flown by too fast.
Isn't it weird? Because 2020 is also it's been a year that feels like 7 years long, but also just a month long.
A blink of an eye and that shit's done. Like October was here and done.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, because of all the change due to COVID, we weren't able to do all the typical things we would have done.
Yeah.
And whatever people consider normal is a thing of the past. But I'm not too upset about that. So, I know I'm looking forward to some shifts, and and I know there's lots of shifts coming, especially with Pokemon Go.
Speaking of shifts in Pokemon Go, so, what was it? The day after we published, they dropped the Go Beyond Bomb, right?
Yes.
And so, it makes me think of, big expansions coming to, MMORPGs. So World of Warcraft just had one called Shadowlands. Yeah,
okay.
Dipping into my nerd wallet here. And it happens with, most big games, these huge expansions, and that's what it kind of felt like, the announcement. So there's Go Beyond 2020. What's Go Beyond 2020, you ask? Well, what? People are asking. I know they're asking it, all right?
Jesus.
All right, and I'm going to break it down into some pretty basic ideas.
Okay.
The first of which is level up redesign is coming, and the level cap is increased to level 50.
About fucking time.
And it's pretty much kind of like we talked about way back when.
Yes.
Increase the level cap, but don't make it to where everyone just gets level 50 automatically based off the experience that they've accumulated after hitting level 40.
Right.
And I know some people did still accumulate a billion experience. Mm-hmm. More power to those players, because that's a lot. Especially early on, there's people that had 100 million in the first year of Pokemon Go or whatever. That's insane. But either way,
yeah.
So there's that, and I'm glad that we'll talk about it here in a little bit. They've redesigned how you level up. That's pretty cool.
Yes.
Once you hit 40. The next is experience Pokemon Go in a new way with seasons.
Yes.
So this is the seasonal announcement.
Bring them.
So I'm kind of interested to see where that goes. Basically, they're gathering all of their trials, as you would like to put it, and the way they worded it.
Indeed.
Literally worded it. We've learned a lot from running both live and in-game events in Pokemon Go these past few years. We're excited to put all we've learned to work in a brand new way of experiencing in-game Pokemon Go events seasons. So, and we'll get into that here in a little bit too. So there's a couple ways different games, live games, do seasons. So in a game like Diablo or Call of Duty or a lot of Destiny, I use that as an example all the time.
Yeah, I'm stupid to all these. So.
Basically, what happens is every couple of months, so it's every 3 months or so, 90 days. There's a new season that drops in the season. There's going to be a theme about it.
Okay.
Depending on what game you're in. So, for this first season, might annoyingly to some, but maybe excitingly to others, might be Kanto. I'm sick of Kanto, but other players aren't. They haven't.
Oh yeah.
They haven't been able to experience it. So maybe the first season is that, or it's just seasonal. So basically, if there's a theme, then there's a lot more things that are curtailed to that theme, so there might be better quests in line. There's a new quest line for just that season.
Yeah.
Unlockables that pertain to just that season. It's funny because the way it works in those other live games, if that's the way they go with seasons, and again we have to dive into this, if it works like that, it actually increases FOMO a little bit, because you feel like you might miss out on things if you don't get everything done within that season.
Well, and that's the beauty of seasons, is that they're cyclical, they come back. So hopefully that could put some people at ease. But what are the other things that are part of this Go Beyond?
And then Go Beyond, they announced that Gen 6 is coming.
Yeah.
Actually, within the next couple of days.
Yeah.
It's going to start with some starters and some of the common Pokemon, I would say, that you can see.
And Pidgeys of that gen?
Yeah, that you can see in Kalos. So Kalos 6th gen, that was X and Y for those who played on I think that was on the 3DS? 3DS.
It was 3DS.
And so for those that played that, it's really fun. That's the generation that introduced Mega Evolutions, so that's going to be probably really prominent the next year. They've already featured a good amount, 5, 6, 7, I can't count.
They're coming, well, we know Abomasnow is going to be coming.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
so be an additional
that's already in Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
They're going to be getting rid of all of them except for Mega Charizard Y, like, so Blastoise is gone, Venusaur is gone, Mega Charizard X is gone for a while out of the raids.
I just know for sure that Venusaur, like, they had the whole goodbye tour.
Yeah.
Where a lot of emotional advertisements came out of, like, the trainer saying goodbye to, like, Mega Venusaur for some reason. Like, he's never going to see him again.
They're removing them from the raids pretty soon. So
I'm confident it's going to be exactly like Lugia, and
he'll be
coming back from that forest a million times.
I still want other avenues to get Mega Energy. But
they have.
And they have.
We will dive into that.
And then after that, the 12 Days of Friendship event, which started when they did this announcement, and that event's actually almost over here pretty soon, right?
A few more days, but it wasn't like super major, in my opinion.
No, but that was just all part of their announcements. The big ones, obviously, being the level cap increase. The seasons is kind of changing how they're going to be going forward. In case you didn't know, it's not like Niantic's hurting for money. They made a lot.
They made $1 billion
this year.
They
billion with a B, a good B billion.
Yeah.
So ultimately, there's some exciting new things coming up, and there's they're one of the companies I think that adjusted pretty decently considering how the game is played.
Yes.
To COVID, to the pandemic, and things like that, to kind of how our lifestyles changed, like on a fucking dime.
Yeah.
I feel like they adjusted their game. Obviously, trials and errors.
Of course.
But I thought they did a pretty decent job. Now, again, it got to that point where we're like, hey, we're used to all these bonuses. Just keep them in the game. Why not? It's been enjoyable to play the game that way.
Oh, yeah. Not having to walk for the gym battles.
Yeah. Might as well just keep that in there. I think that'd be
PvPs.
cool. And then they took some of them out and they left some of them in. And maybe they'll learn over the course of the next, couple of months or whatnot, what to do. But anywho, I think they did a good job. Obviously, it shows in their profits because, again, billion with a fucking B.
Yes.
1,000 million, bro.
Yeah, that's
a lot.
People in numbers are like to use percentages a lot, but the gravity of $1 billion versus $1 million is pretty insane.
Oh, absolutely. So,
and it shows, and we see Niantic now. Obviously, just kind of recapping on like the friend event. It was okay for those of you that played. You got perks like increased friendship leveling when you would open gifts or have interactions with your friends.
Yeah.
So that means either you open a gift, you battle them, or you raid with them.
Yeah.
So that was good, especially if you're a player just coming into the scene. And again, there's lots of resources for you for Discord to go to, like friendship channels or whatever you're in if you're on a Pokemon Discord. If not, definitely join some in your area, because they're usually pretty helpful. That's where, and I know Facebook has it as well, but Facebook is just harder to track. You have to find that post, or you do something and admin scolds you to get to it or advises you. So, like, there's options, of course.
Yeah.
But it was cool, and there was a lot of Pokemon that they featured for that event that were already out, but it was just nice to have more access to them. So that was nice. And then, obviously, with the rating and everything, that's changed a little bit. And with Go Beyond, it'll be interesting to kind of see where all the different ventures will go. Because obviously, Go Beyond, those are just surface value. People have been diving into the code or whatever, trying to get information. And there's a lot more information in terms of the level cap increase than what I've seen for anything else.
So and before we get into that real quick, when you say Go Beyond,
yes,
Niantic, hear me out here. I want to go beyond my normal means of being able to play and just unlock trading worldwide. Come on.
Don't be cowards.
I know you have 40K, and I'm being greedy here. Listen.
Don't be cowards.
Listen to me.
I am the captain.
I am the captain now. Anyway, just do it. Just let me go beyond. Because, I'm, part of the friendship event, and I was wondering if, this was just trials for them to just make the friendship stuff better in the game in general.
Okay.
So, why not just keep the friendship levels increasing faster? Why not be able to just keep an attack boost and then earn XP from completing, increase XP from the raids and more gifts? Just keep that.
There should be no
Make that the new normal. Ha 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 ha. And
I'm eye rolling.
Make that the new baseline. And then if you have friendship events after that, make it even better. You know what I'm saying? So, it's one of those things where I think it's a quality of life thing that just makes the game better. Overall. In its base state. It kind of makes up for some of the other issues in the game. On that, real quick, because again, this is part of that announcement, but they want you, if you haven't hit level 40 yet, try to do so before level 30, or December 31st.
Yeah, I was like, wait.
Yeah, try to hit level 40 before December 31st. Because you'll get a Legacy 40 medal. It's a special medal for that, and then you'll get a time research for an exclusive Gyarados hat avatar item, which is, not as fun.
They should have just gave us an infinite incubator.
They should, yeah. Could you imagine? Like, give us better prizes.
To me, I think
again, it
should have been for everyone, for every year you were level 40 prior to this.
Oh, that'd be
date.
insane.
Because people, I know there were some diehards that got level 40 within the year.
Yeah, and that's...
I know.
And, people will complain, well, then that means new players won't have access. But that just rewards your long-standing legacy players.
Yeah, and again, they can always do some, you got to this level at another point, but players who were day one, trainers, there should be some sort of perk to being steadfast in that.
I agree.
And I don't think everything needs to be super available to every single player. Because, again, the game was available to every single player. You just happen to join the bandwagon late. That's your personal choice.
True.
You had live things, whatever floats your boat, or the pandemic opened you up to play Pokemon because you're bored as fuck. And you're like, I should go outside. I shouldn't stay inside all the time. Whatever got you, those players that still worked hard, that doesn't negate the fact that they worked hard.
Absolutely.
So I think they should do something more than just the hat. And looking at the level cap stuff, because I've been kind of peeking at it here and there. Like you mentioned, it's not just experience anymore, which is great. That's something that should be there. The prizes are laughable.
Naturally,
right out the gate. I'm hoping Niantic just really sits down to reflect on that, because again, Ultra Balls, Max Potions, Max Revives, Razzes, an Incubator, the XL rare candies will be interesting.
I think it's cool that you can do the XL candies in general. You can combine your candies, not just rare candies, but also your Pokemon candies.
Yeah,
and things
but
like
some of them, all the Ultra Balls and shit, to me, that should just be where they just be let me just give you more bag space and let you go beyond the standard cap if you're already there. Or give you the ability to just increase your bag space at will. But I think it should go beyond.
Yeah, to put that in perspective, it'd be oh, you're getting a job promotion, right? Mm-hmm. From your job, and instead of a raise, is usually accustomed to with your job promotion, they give you a pencil, a pen. Thanks for working here for 10 years. Here's a pen.
They do that with state jobs. Don't joke like that.
I know it's close. I know it's a little close to home here, but
I know I'm
but I'm just saying,
war flashbacks.
That's what I'm saying. Instead of the pen, which is Ultra Balls, I could be getting a raise, which is another infinite incubator. No, but really, I could be getting something more worthwhile, something legacy. With the Legacy 40 thing, I low-key think that they should just give you a shiny charm.
They should. There's no reason.
Could you imagine that? Just
and maybe, again, that's something... I'm glad you put it out there. I think it's the time to do it.
Shiny
charm. That we should have access to be able to breed our Pokemon.
Yeah, breeding. If COVID didn't happen, breeding would have been in the game this year.
I bet.
I stand by that.
I bet. I think we should be able to have more access. And again, maybe this is where they can test it. Level 40 players can trade worldwide. Something of that nature. Where it gives us a certain perk. And again, I'm putting it out there into the world because I want it to just, good vibes.
I'm just saying, yes,
there should be something better.
Make the entry point to the game pretty easy for new players to grasp onto because that's it's fun. It's exciting to jump into this game. It's overwhelming because there's a
so
billion
much.
Things. There's a ton of things in it.
Yeah, having Shamson and telling him some stuff, and then my little brother, and he's like, "Oh,
yeah," and
God.
It's not like a game you can beat. You don't beat Pokemon Go, right? So it changes your mindset on how to play the game. However. So make the barrier of entry still pretty low, but reward your long-standing, very dedicated players.
Yes.
And again, I don't count myself as one of them. Am I level 40? Sick. Yes. It would do most of the events? Yeah, I try a little bit, but there's some players out there who are just like Dan and Skip and the whole Instinct crew of Aurora.
Just god tier.
They're just next level Pokemon Go fanatics.
Well, even with that, there's still players, and I see it on the Pokemon Colorado Facebook page that are just complaining about how they haven't reached level 40 yet, and it's been 2 or 3 years. And I read those posts and I'm like playing the world's smallest violin because I'm like, nothing's kept you from getting there except like...
Oh, you got the violin? I got the rest of the world's smallest orchestra right here.
See,
We can do a beautiful ballad to How Much I Don't Give a Fuck.
It's one of those things where, again, like, if you have other life stuff, we all do. It's called life.
Yeah.
If you want to get to level 40, you'll make time to get there. If it's not as important, that's A-okay too.
Yeah, it took
level
me
40
a while to get
is not the end all. Clearly, we see that now. And if it means something to you, you typically make time for it, or you're working toward it. But I guess I want to do like a quick recap of what the level 40 plus stuff is, and just kind of like level 41 is pretty cake. 20 legendary battles. 40 or 30 raids.
So you have the steps to it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to read these little snippets, give it a little flavor. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Level 41. Submit your catching skills to a test of endurance. You'll be expected to catch a high number of Pokemon in a single day, along with other tasks in order to reach level 41.
All right. So that means, again, powering up a legendary Pokemon 20 times. Not hard. 30 raids. Not hard. Catch 200 Pokemon in a single day. It's just called Community Day, friends.
Nice.
And then earn 5 gold medals, which would have to be retroactive.
Has to be retroactive, I imagine.
There's nothing else there.
Unless there's somehow like a new medal system.
Which, again, they could bring...
What if they reset all your medals?
I shook. Okay.
Anyway.
42.
So 42... From evolving Eevee into each of its available evolutions, to using certain evolution items on specific Pokemon, reaching level 42 will test your knowledge of Pokemon evolutions.
Okay. So this one is evolve Eevees into each of their states. Not hard. Use items to evolve your Pokemon 15 times. So anyone who's played, I'm sure, has an abundance
of like Unova Stones and Sunstones, Metal Coats.
Dragon Scales.
The Eevees will be annoying, but again, these aren't supposed to be designed to do within a day unless it specifically tells you to catch 200 Pokemon in a day.
Yes.
This is designed to test your mettle, test how good you are as a trainer.
Test your grit.
Test your might. Dun, 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 dun. In order to get to the next level of proving that you're least mediocre Pokemon.
Right. And again, there's still going to be experience to go with it. I don't want to cover all that because that's just big numbers. Do 3 excellent throws.
Wait, is this still level 42?
It's still level 42. Okay. And then use 200 berries to catch Pokemon. So I'm sure
berries?
with all the if you are consistent in opening friend gifts, that should not be a problem.
Couldn't be me.
All right. 43.
43. Show us your mastery of gym battles and raid battles. You'll also need to have earned a certain number of platinum medals before you can advance to level 43. You might find yourself with a surprise avatar item at the end, too.
Oh. Well, the
platinum medals?
I'm intrigued.
Ooh.
So, part of that is also earning 100,000 Stardust.
Nice.
Not too shabby. Use those star pieces. Use 200 super effective charge attacks. Again, battle PvP and go to raids.
Yeah, gym, and you can do it in gym battles, too.
In gym battles as well. So, you just start knocking out gyms. It's not hard. Catch 5 legendary Pokemon. Alright. Especially if they come out with newer boys or shiny versions of them.
Oh, yeah.
Kyurem, Zekrom, and all them.
Well, because one of them's coming back for December.
Kyurem. Yeah. But they didn't say if it was shiny or not.
Probably not yet. Okay.
Which is whack. It should be if it comes back, but it could be like Lugia. Who knows?
Lugia?
Alright, 44.
44. Battling other trainers has been a fundamental aspect of the Pokemon RPGs since the beginning, but it's still relatively new to Pokemon Go. Have you been developing your skills in battle? You'll have to if you want to reach level 44.
So this one will be fun for players who
refuse to PvP.
So you have to do 30 trainer battles in the Great League, in Ultra League, and in Master League.
Nice.
And then 20 trainer battles in Pokemon Go Battle League.
Ooh, so you actually have to go into the Battle League?
You have to Battle League. So like right now they have Catch Cup.
Okay.
Which has actually been surprisingly fun.
It's an interesting concept.
Yeah, I was nervous as fuck simply because it uses Pokemon. How I took it was like your more recently caught stuff.
Like in the last 2 weeks or something?
Yeah, that's what it felt like because all my teams I had pre-programmed for like Great League and everything, I couldn't use. And then you evolve certain Pokemon up, and it's like, they're no longer eligible. So you're like, gosh darn it. And so I used a lot of stuff. The team I used that was kicking butt. And again, it takes an investment of Stardust. It's like Togekiss, Whimsicott. Whimsicott's a fucking monster. If you've never used him, use him. And Alolan Raichu. And again, some of the others you can do meta research and all that for like Skymory, Wishcash, and all those boys. Yeah. They're still good, but that was a team I've been using that's been fairly well, so I can't complain.
That's pretty awesome, though. So you have to play in the Go Battle League. So it's funny because the first 3, Great, Ultra, and Master Battle, you can almost just like create a second account and just fight yourself 30 times.
If you wanted to.
If you're a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
if
me.
you wanted to.
JK.
Lols. But it's one of those things where
GG's.
Battling them. I hate that term so much. Just say good game.
GG's.
We are adults. Anyways, 45. What does that have?
45. You've battled in gyms, raids, and the Go Battle League, but to reach level 45, you'll need to focus your efforts on taking down those pesky Team Go Rocket villains. You might find yourself with a surprise avatar item at the end, too.
Alright, this one makes me nervous. So, defeat 100 Go Rocket grunts.
Okay.
Purify 100 Shadow Pokemon. Defeat the Rocket leaders 50 times.
So that's Sierra,
Cliff, and Arlo. And then earn 10 Platinum Medals. Again, Platinum Medals, I don't know what the fuck that could imply.
That's just next level of the gold. So it'll be like...
It is, but that would also mean, hopefully, that they just turn up the frequency. Right now, Rockets come and they rotate stops about every 30 minutes.
Well, but it's not saying you need 10 Platinum Medals of the Rockets.
No, I'm more focused on just the Rocket frequency itself, because when they have like those days where it's like Rockets will be invading stops near you, that frequency was dope. But if you're not getting that same frequency, Rockets aren't really plentiful. And so that could take some time. Would I want this to be retroactive? Yes. Because me personally, I've invested a lot of time in fighting Rockets. Like, I have over 1,000 something fucking battles. I would love it to be retroactive. Do I think it will be for this? No.
Probably not.
It'll probably be taking some time. But
I low-key want it to not be retroactive just to give me something to do.
No, valid. But again, I just want the frequency of Rockets to increase. Alright, 46.
46. Get ready to explore, intrepid trainers. To reach level 46, you'll need to complete a number of field research tasks, hatch a number of eggs, and document your daily adventures using Go Snapshot.
Ooh, so they're going to be incorporating more of that into it.
I like that.
So, part of the missions that they have listed is complete 100 field research tasks. Not too hard.
Okay.
Depending on what it involves. Take a snapshot of Pokemon 7 days in a row, and if you're trying to get best buddies with someone or best buddies with your Pokemon, you're already doing that shit.
Yeah, I just do a lot of Rayquaza
make
on my
50
dick.
Excellent throws. Aww. Good thing it doesn't say in a row, or else like people would be dying.
It'd be like that one night we were doing it at MVP.
Oh my god, that took forever. When you're getting all
I got
those
mine
like
pretty quickly.
Because you're just an expert with Vulpix.
Well, okay, that's true.
That's your boy. Then obviously this next one has Skip written all over it.
Okay.
Hatch 30 eggs.
Oh no.
So again, if you've been stocking up incubators,
do I buy incubators?
Again, if you do the whole gym battle and getting coins, you can earn an incubator basically every 3 days.
True.
If you're consistent, you earn your 50 coins a day. So every 3 days, so that you can earn 10 a month. That's 30 eggs.
Okay.
So it's doable without having to spend your cash. But again, it takes that effort to gym. Then you have 47, which is kind of like... Okay. This one is... They have it kind of an unknown. But I know, like, the Instinct chat has kind of been... Especially, like, Dan. He's, like, always researching, which I can appreciate.
Okay.
The hunt.
Well, let me tell you what they thought level 47 was.
Okay, I think I found it,
For level 47.
Alright.
You may think you've mastered the art of battling in raids, but the requirements to reach level 47 will really test your mettle. For example, one challenge will require you to win raids with teams that meet certain qualifications, and that's just the beginning.
Ooh. Alright, so what I found for 47 was do 30 raid battles using a team with all unique Pokemon species, which will be interesting if that just means you have to change your team each time, which isn't that hard to do.
So you're saying if your first 6 get knocked out, your next 6 will also have to be individually different?
It's not clear.
Huh? I'm assuming it's just your first team of 6, and this doesn't say you have to do high-level raids,
right.
But I'm assuming it means your first team of 6 has to just be 6 different Pokemon entirely.
Yeah. And then it has win a 3-star raid using only Pokemon with the CP of 1500 or less.
That's pretty cool.
So that's going to test like your battle skills and strategy.
Yeah, though it doesn't say you have to do it solo.
True. And then it says power up 6 Pokemon to their max CPs.
Nice.
Which I'm glad I never took the time to max power everyone. So that one will be perfect. But again, with the experience that comes with these, that's kind of another issue I have. To finish some of these is just 500 experience points. To me, if you got to that level, that should be a couple
like
100,000.
Yeah.
Because again, it takes a couple mil. I think the final, I forgot.
Well, this one, the image I see, like for 45 is 15.5 million to get from 44 to 45, or 45 to 46.
So, like, the 500 XP is just kind of like, it's just
Thanks for
laughable.
trying,
You
bitch.
can get that in like 5 Pokemon or less. And then it also says that you have to get 20 platinum badges. And again, the platinum badges is still a fucking mystery as to like.
Well, we just don't know
where
what it is. I know what it's going to be.
What do you think it's going to be?
Well, so like, how much is it for a gold badge for dragons or those types?
It's usually like 100.
100, so it'll be 1,000. Catch 1,000 dragons for.
But what if you're already
platinum.
there?
Then it probably retroactively activates. The same
That's
as
all I
everything else.
want.
You know, you know, because the ghost badge is pretty hard.
Oh
to
no,
come
it was
by
like
for a
200. 200 for ground. Yeah, it's just 200 Pokemon. to
Yeah,
get gold.
so for platinum will be like 500 or 1,000, probably. Maybe more. Maybe
10,000.
10,000. 10,000 would be cool.
10,000 seems just around enough extra for Niantic.
Yeah, I think that would be cool.
Which would just be like annoying as shit.
And it's just like, yeah, so you just
Done
take all your
about
golds and
this.
you increase the tier by like 10 times. And that's
Yeah.
probably what it's going to be.
That
Very
seems
similar
valid.
to it.
Valid. All right, 48.
48. The requirements to reach level 48 are focused on one of the most important things in all of Pokemon Go. Your friendship with your buddy Pokemon. From kilometers walked to the number of souvenirs you've collected, reaching level 48 will require you and your buddy to be laser focused on developing your friendship with one another. You might find yourself with a surprise avatar item at the end, too.
Ooh. All right, so part of this, they have earn 20 souvenirs with your buddy, which
Pretty
if
easy.
you walk consistently, whatever, that shouldn't be hard. Earn 300 hearts with your buddy, which again, if this is
Easy.
most likely not going to be retroactive, that just means start up a buddy that's going to be there. Walk 200 kilometers with your buddy. And then the last one is walk 25 kilometers in a week. I thought it was a day, so I misread. Thank God. Because that'd be a lot. So walk 25 kilometers in a week 8 times. So again,
So
that's 8 weeks.
So
That's 2 months you're going to be on that.
Can you imagine getting the week 7 and then you like broke your leg or something?
Oh, that would
and
be
you couldn't
horrible.
walk,
That,
or you couldn't
Hyper-
even like wheel around for a week.
That's where people would be investing in those little rocker things, and that doesn't always work for iPhones. Like just
Yeah, I
from
was just gonna do
experience.
my Go Buddy thing on Tato and run his ass around the yard.
Tato is lazy as fuck, though. He would
No,
not,
he'll run around the yard though.
he would not deal with that at
He'll
all.
run around the yard though. I'll put it on
Jeez.
Maggie when she goes on her little
On
escapades.
her murder sprees.
Yeah.
That poor animal.
I'm
But
not taking
anyway.
care of her. Okay, so is that 48?
Yeah. And 49 and 50 are still complete mysteries.
Oh, okay. Well, 49 reads, and
Mhm.
it's pretty fucking long. If there's one thing that matches the importance of your friendship with your buddy Pokemon, it's your friendship with other trainers.
I knew it.
The people we meet on our Pokemon journeys bring so much to our lives, and cultivating those friendships is key to becoming an amazing Pokemon trainer. Reach level 49 by sending gifts, acquiring lucky Pokemon through trades, and more. So that's like Jack's stuff.
This is my fucking level, so what I'm expecting of this is that you're probably going to have to get like at least 50 Pokemon that are lucky.
Okay.
That seems reasonable. You have to be best friends with probably at least 50 people.
Okay.
Or 20. Might be like their level 20 to 30.
This is level 49, Jack.
Okay, so 49, just to be funny. Niantic has jokes. I see their humors. So something like that. You'd have to be best friends with a certain number of people. You have to have enough lucky Pokemon to be considered that.
Yep.
And then it says sending gifts, so it'll probably send 1,000 gifts.
Yeah.
Just to be fucking extra.
I like that.
Something like that. And then acquiring lucky Pokemon through trades and more. So this might also be where the buddies come into play, where your buddies will have some effect. So you need to have completed gold or platinum for your Pokemon buddy thing. Which right now, the gold is you have to have 100 best buddy Pokemon.
Well,
which will be insane.
That was already from the last one? No, never mind.
None of them had, like, you had to have this number of buddy Pokemon. Like, best buddy Pokemon. So I think that's where that would come into play. Because that's going to be fucking hard.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to get... I think I have, like, 3 now. And I'm just trying to slowly get up there. Because you can rotate them a certain number of times.
I think you get, 10 a week?
Yeah, I try.
But, either way, it's
what's...
Again, it's a marathon, bro.
It
is.
is.
A race.
This is...
I guess marathon's a race, not a sprint.
True.
Anyway...
What's level 50?
Level 50.
Dun, dun, dun.
This is it. The home stretch. To reach the highest available level in Pokemon Go, you must master all aspects of the game. Some examples include making excellent throws, catching legendary Pokemon, defeating Team Go Rocket leaders with Pokemon under 1500 CP. So you can tell this will be the ultimate test of whether you're ready to stand among the most accomplished trainers in Pokemon Go. And of course, you might also find yourself with a surprise avatar item at the end.
Avatars. So this one, probably the same deal. Is going to probably be platinum on the raid battles. The gym leader thing is or the rocket leader is going to be hard with the CP less. But again, if you're playing PvP, you're getting awfully good at coordination and tact. So that's going to be something you see your advantage.
Yeah.
Plus, there's going to be new Pokemon coming out as you advance. So there's probably going to be other boys in Gen 6, Gen 7, potentially. Because this is, like you said, it's a marathon.
Yep.
To get to this level is millions and millions of Stardust. Even players who are level 40 now and have been level 40 for a year or two still don't have a good amount of them. I know there's probably a handful of players that have the experience, XP, but it's still going to take time. We already know it's going to take at minimum 2 months based on just that one level alone.
Yeah.
Which I think was smart because then within the first month there's not going to be a level 50 player running these streets.
Right.
So that's good. And
running these streets.
And I think, and it's also good again for the longevity of the game. It gives players now something to do. So a lot of players, like I remember Pat was like, I don't know what to do, so he would just make new accounts and just play, so he had something to do.
Yeah.
And retirees, that's great. It gives them something to do, and if they want to get to level 50, there's going to be plenty to do and plenty to battle. And hopefully that could rejuvenate people's interest in doing all these raids and things, and will make 1-star and 3-star raids passable now, because now you're gonna have to get numbers of battles ready and all that shit. So I'm really excited for it.
So the last little tidbit that they added for the level up stuff was Pokemon Go will be introducing Candy XL. And they say that these candies will be required to power up Pokemon to an even higher CP than was previously possible, and can be acquired either by catching Pokemon or by converting and combining candy into Candy XL.
Yes, all those thousands of Rattata candies.
And there will also be other ways to attain Candy XL. So I imagine like quests and stuff like that.
Or killing a man.
Yeah. But, so that's interesting. I wonder if, with your level 50 cap, because they don't really specify here, does that mean your Pokemon level goes up too? right?
I think it would, but I think it's only with the help of those candies.
So you can only use Candy XL to go from 40 to 41 and up.
I think that would be the way to keep it fair, because if everyone was able to go beyond that, then you'd have people just destroying you.
Yeah, like how else am I going to use my 5,000 Charmander candies?
Yeah, like I think it'd only be accessible to players who are over level 40. To go beyond that.
I'm curious to see what that trade-off is, too. Like, I'm just glad there's something, like, because, again, I would love to be able to trade my candy in for items or things like that, too. Mm-hmm. But, like, just to be able to do something with thousands of candies outside of just pumping up whatever Pokemon, like all my Magikarp candies. And
I think
Pidgey
it'd be
candies.
very similar to, like, how it was for level 40, where once you got to level 35, like, you could power it up all the way.
Yeah.
I think they'll probably do that here to where level 45 is that, because some of them are asking for you to max out your Pokemon, and you're not earning enough exiled candy to potentially do that unless you have that access, and then you can do those conversions. But again, we're still putting it out there for trading, for breeding, and all those things in order to acquire more candy. Niantic's just not gonna have to not be a coward about that. And then also with Stardust, if they have any more things, because we know Pokemon Go is working on Pokemon Home, and there's energy costs and things like that to do things.
Yeah.
But hopefully there could be some good equivalent exchanges there to where the game, if you have Sword and Shield and whatever, maybe there's some overlaps that can happen, or any future games that come out, there could be an overlap. Whenever Pokemon Snap comes out, again, I'm putting that out there into the world because I want it.
That new Pokemon Snap?
Yeah.
Ooh, boy, I'm excited.
And I think because that'd be a perfect pairing for this game. It's an AR game.
With Pokemon Snap and Pokemon?
Have them do some sort of overlap.
I agree.
I want that. Bring back fucking Pokemon Stadium. Like, do something fun again to help rejuvenate interest.
Well, and that's what I'm thinking. The battle system should end up going. Like I said, when I say I want AR battles, I want it to be like on our phone we're playing. It's basically Pokemon Stadium.
Yeah, they'll find a flat surface, parking lots, to battle your friends. And then
punch the ever living shit out of your opponent.
That'd be amazing. I would love that.
Kick them in the nats.
You just go there, like, do this, make sure this is clear, and you just go at it.
I think that'd be a lot of fun. I'm really curious and excited to see these changes. The next big one we talked about, which is coming up, is seasons. So, I guess in some parts of the world you have winter, spring, summer, and fall or autumn.
Mm-hmm.
In other parts, like Colorado, you get all 4 seasons. How many times do you hear that? Like, I'm glad I get all 4 seasons.
That's one of the reasons I love Colorado.
I mean, it's wonderful because, like, in Texas, it's like 3 seasons of summer and then a 4th of construction. So it is what it is.
In Colorado, sometimes you get them all in like a week.
True. So anyway, they want to dive into that, and I think it's really key and interesting and obviously smart that they're splitting it between hemispheres.
It is smart.
Because obviously when it's summer here, it's not summer in Australia.
Yeah, they're just like, it's cooler.
Like right now, it's not summer in Australia. Or winter in Australia.
Yeah, it's like they're getting
their summer.
The beautiful temperatures.
Yeah.
We're up here getting wind chills, but perfect hoodie weather.
So, with that, different Pokemon are going to be coming out more often in the wild. Again, everything's going to be themed towards seasons. And I don't think it's just like, okay, spring will be spring Pokemon, summer. It might start off that way, but think about it in a couple of years. Spring might also be like, spring, season of the...
Tropius.
Sure, why not?
Bring them.
Then there's a story quest line about you finding the lost Tropius that leads you to like Xerneas, which is the legendary from X, the big forest deer thing.
We just need more fossil Pokemon. Bring them.
True.
Bring the boys.
But anyway, different Pokemon will be appearing more often in the wild. There's going to be like different eggs, of course, different raid Pokemon. So that's a given, right? Some Pokemon will be more difficult to find depending on the season, so catch them while you can. Again, kind of increasing the FOMO of the season.
Don't fall for it, people. Don't fall for it.
And they talk about it here. Yeah, based on what hemisphere you're in, you can find different Pokemon appearing in the wild each season, which makes sense. The example they give is like some dumb shit, like related to winter. Pokemon related to winter will be appearing in the northern hemisphere, while Burmy, Darumaka, and other Pokemon related to the summer will be appearing in the southern hemisphere. Maybe that's what they're doing with December, the Community Day. Because we get Lapras or Unova Darumaka. which...
So it's just to show us.
I think it's show us the difference between the splits, right? You get winter Pokemon, summer Pokemon.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, either way, I'm just stoked. I want seasons. I want them to do cool graphics like they did for Go Fest, where maybe like for the spring, like there's just like little cherry blossoms flying through, and you could choose to have that on or off, of course.
Yeah.
Like, I would love something like that. Just again, give the game a little bit more spice.
I want the flair. I want to feel the seasons.
Give us better Avatar gear. You guys are so pumped for Avatar shit. Make better shit.
Dude, just let me give me a mirror and give me better customization options.
Please. Oh my god. Like that, they should take from Sword and Shield, where you can do like your little card.
Yeah.
For yourself.
Cards would be fun.
Make a calling card, so then that's where you can put your Discord contacts and shit, so people can contact you for trades.
And I know it's not for everyone, but I don't understand why it's an AR game. Why you don't just take a picture of your face and they create like some kind of generated trainer for you.
The paranoia in me would mean.
Oh yeah.
They're worried about like kids and shit doing that, which makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
And to me, again, like, obviously, little kids should be playing the little kid version.
Yeah, but those are the same kids that are fucking my mom in Call of Duty, okay? I don't care.
Oh, yeah, because they talk mad shit. I keep forgetting.
I hear...
Damn, Billy.
The same kids that are just, like, blaring the N-word for fun. Like, come on, stop.
Those kids
Please
need to get punched square in the face. Yeah, it's...
I don't give a fuck about your kids.
I think it'd be cool to do something like that. But we know that games have this ability for customization, so it just seems kind of weird that Niantic is like slow on the pickup for that. Which again, 2021 could be that.
Yeah, like I wonder if they like because they try to do like little snippets of like engine updates because as our phones are going to get better, like eventually they're stopping. They're stopping like support for older phones naturally.
Yeah, my iPhone 6 is struggle.
They're forcing basically, as your phones get newer, there's better technology. My phone now is better than the laptop I had when I was in college.
Which is so weird.
Like it's just
We've been through times.
Shit like that, and so with that, the engines are always updating and things like that. Well, hopefully they can work on, again, that's quality of life change. I think would be fun because like Pokemon Go is like, yes, it's all about being social, it's all about being buddies with your Pokemon and your friends and doing things like that, but I think it's also a way to express yourself. So things like the cards, things like actually having an avatar that might represent me or might represent who I want to be, would be nice, as opposed to, hey, I'm generic male trainer A with a different skin color and a hat.
How many skin tones are there?
I think there's literally 4. I could be wrong.
I thought there was at least 6, but again, I feel the world has a lot more color than that.
Yeah, right? Like,
and same with hair colors,
just hairstyles. You can't even choose your hairstyle.
That, glasses, no glasses, facial hair, lack of facial hair.
Yeah, where's my sick anime scars? Come on, bro.
Yes, like
where's my Gundam?
There should be a lot more there. Contacts.
Yeah, no, it's like, but there should be. It's a game that, again, you're expressing yourself, and again, it's not of the utmost importance. I just would like to see some better customization and better opportunities to customize my character to be more like me.
Yeah, and another easy thing for Niantic would be, or another easy sell point, would be to do like group photos with your Pokemon. So to be able to train your phone,
you send out all your Pokemon and do a photo with them.
Yeah, so you pick your team of 6, and then you set your camera. You walk out into a field. Anyone who takes photos will start to get that vibe really quick. You walk out, and your Pokemon can be around you. Like you're like stand right here, and it'll designate a spot, and then it's like, all right, you stand here.
And
take a photo.
They have the AR technology for that kind of stuff. It would be kind of funny though. Imagine like you're just chilling at the park, right? And then you're like, you ask someone, or someone asks you, "Can you take a picture for me?" And it's just that dude standing there, and you're like, "What the fuck is wrong with this dude?" And like you look at the camera, and then there's like 6 Pokemon, and he's standing with his Pokemon. He's like smiling, like super happy, like he's with his family and shit. But there's literally nobody with him in real life.
That just sounds so Black Mirror, but it's also hilarious.
I love it. I want to see it. No, but that'd be. I mean, I agree though. And again, they're working on it. Clearly, they've been acquiring AR studios left and right. Niantic has been.
They've just been on the
like they made a billy, but they've been spending that billy. So like, I'm really curious to see, and that's the shit I've been really interested in. Like I want the AR battles. I like the snapshot stuff. I like being able to use that. I want to dive into that more. I don't like snapshot quests or whatever at the stops. Yeah, I don't like that. I think that's a step in the wrong way, but I do like the AR technology in the game. Niantic does it better than anybody.
Yeah.
I want to see them just double down on that and make it even better. And so there's exciting changes to come. Also, back to seasons real quick.
Okay.
I think this is really why they did it. Deerling.
That's the only reason.
That's the only reason they do seasons.
Sense.
So they could...
Dope.
If you didn't know, those of you that have caught Deerling and maybe even evolved it into Sawsbuck.
Sawsbuck is a boss.
They're awesome Pokemon.
Yes.
But there are 4 different kinds, and you probably see it in your Pokedex. There are 4 different kinds, and that's for each season. And eventually they'll do shinies, so you have to catch a shiny of each season.
I can't wait.
That'll be fun. Either way, and then there's, again, in-game events themed based on the seasons they occur in. Seasons will be continually updated with more features, content, blah, blah, blah. Kind of.
Yeah.
But it's another layer of stuff that they're adding to the game. With seasons, you've already noticed Go Battle League has changed.
Yes.
So they went from just 10 ranks to 24 now. So getting to 10, getting your Lucha Libre Pikachu, which is randomly only female Pikachus, which isn't bad. It's just random. They have so now I have 24 ranks of the Go Battle League, which is cool. And then if you get to the top 4, if you're nuts, like J. Robin Stacks or whatever,
Sure.
he's always he streams a lot on his Twitch. If you want to watch someone that's pretty good at it, go watch him on Twitch. But anyway, there's top 4 ranks which have names, so you get a title for being ranked that high, and you get badges. So, but that's if you're nuts and you want to get to those top ranks. I don't care that much. I like PvP. I'm not good enough to be in the upper echelon or the pantheon of Pokemon Go players. I'm a peasant, so whatever. But point is, that's changed. So if you've been jonesing for the Lucha Libre Pikachu, with Flying Press, which is a cool move.
It is.
If you've been jonesing for it, now's your time, because they've changed that with seasons. The other thing that they've changing with seasons are just, this is just like a random news update, not really seasons. But with each new seasons, you can expect to see updates to Mega Evolved Pokemon. So different Mega Evolved will be appearing in raids each season. So I guess they're going to be seasonal for that. That's why we're going to get a Abomasnow pretty soon for the Mega. And then certain Mega Evolved Pokemon have limited periods when they will have increased total CP, and trainers will have more opportunities to use these Mega Evolved Pokemon more easily. Don't quite know what that means, but it sounds like there's going to be, again, Mega Evolved events. Again, Kalos, the 6th gen stuff is coming out. Yeah. That's where Mega Evolution came in, so ultimately...
Expect to see more.
Yeah, so... That's really the big news. The other thing was the Kalos region Pokemon. So you're going to get the starters, which Chespin's all the way to Chestnut, looks like a Digimon. I fucking love it.
He's awesome.
Fennekin, everyone would think that I would love Fennekin because it's a fox. It's a Fennec fox, and I like Fennekin. Delphox is whack. I don't care what you say. I love the typing. It's Psychic Fire. I just don't like the design, and I think it's just because of the hair out of the ears.
It's just too much.
It's whatever.
They should have gave like different variants.
Yeah, for real.
Like a different witch style, because it's basically they're basically a witch.
Yeah.
But they could have like Warlock and witch variants, or you're able to customize to be like white witch, whatever, and just go.
Eventually, I'd like to see that in Pokemon in general, because like each generation. So this gen, it was based off of like your basic classes. So there's the warrior, which is Chestnut, big armored warrior. There's your wizard or your mage, which is Delphox. And then there's your ninja/thief, which is Greninja, which is arguably a lot of people's favorite starter from that gen. Greninja's awesome. Can't deny that. Water Dark, just a super cool Pokemon in general. I'm excited for it. Chestnut was my boy, though.
Mine too.
You also can get the Bunnelby and Diggersby, so those dumb-looking rabbits. I hate them. But you can also get the badass... the Pidgey of the generation, which is actually a fire-flying type. That's Fletchling, Fletchender, and Talonflame.
Yes!
Talonflame is fucking awesome.
He's going to be a boss.
Then they're introducing the lion, Litleo and Pyroar.
Aww.
Which has 2 different forms for female and male for the Pyroar, which is awesome. So make sure you get all of them. And then in France, they're introducing a new France-only Pokemon, which is Klefki.
Nice.
So, which I believe is Fairy
Steel.
Fairy Steel. So anyway, it's literally, I know a lot of you guys will be upset that don't know what Klefki is, but it's a pair of keys or a set of keys,
Spooky keys.
On a chain or a ring, a big key ring. It's really cool. Klefki's cute. If you're ever in France for whatever reason, go get one. But anywho, so there's some pretty exciting new Gen 6 Pokemon coming, and that's starting Wednesday, right? The 2nd, I believe.
Yeah.
So, and then there's a mysterious new raid egg, which is going to have whatever in it. And just a quick rundown recap. We had the Nidoran event. That was kind of weird. Just
it was
random.
too short.
It was only 12 hours for a day instead of like a weekend. It felt like it was going to be a weekend thing. Because it's the limited research events, right? Like, in the past, it was...
like a weekend or something?
Yeah. Like both days, just to be more flexible. They had the Catch Cup that ends on Tuesday. You mentioned that a little bit. It's really interesting. Really kind of challenges how you go into it. I think it was really a cool idea. 12 Days of Friendship, that was designed to help you boost your friend's experience up so they can head towards level 40 if they're not 40 yet, to hit that legacy thing. Increased trade distance. Apparently that's ending. I don't know why it should ever end. They should just keep it permanently and actually increasing it.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm level 40. The Lake Trio, if you haven't got them. So with all that stuff, I did get an Uxie yesterday playing with Carla, who lives in Japan, which is cool.
Oh, nice.
So either way, that ends in a couple days. November research breakthroughs, which have been Togetic.
Mm-hmm.
Those end, and then the I don't know what else ends, but then we have December research breakthrough, which will be either Lapras or Unova, which is the fire Darumaka, and I think again that's season space. So in the northern hemisphere we're wintry,
be a good test.
In the summer it's going to be down there. Kyurem's coming, Mega Abomasnow is coming or debuting. And then the other thing with that was they said, Mega Blastoise, Mega Charizard Y, Mega Pidgeot, Mega Houndoom will be leaving Mega Raids. Mega Raids will only feature Mega Charizard X for some reason because you got to keep a Charizard, Mega Gengar, and Mega Abomasnow.
Okay.
So those will be the only Mega Raids, which would be cool. There's a couple of Spotlight Hours coming. So this first one this Wednesday? Tuesday? The Spotlight Hour is not the Raid Hour.
Yeah.
Either way, it'll be Seal. Seals can be shiny, so catch as many as you can. Dugong's also awesome. There's going to be later in the month of December, and we'll go over these as they come, but Swinub will have a Spotlight Hour for those that haven't been able to have the Swinub Community Day, or Community Days in general. Another Adventure Hat Pikachu Spotlight Hour. After that, Snowrunt Spotlight Hour, which is kind of cool. Frostlass is awesome. And then the Snover Spotlight Hour at the end of the month. For those that want Snovers, more Abomasnows. And then again in the middle of that, the Kalos special event and whatever else the fuck happens.
Well, and then the
December.
Community Day, hopefully again, putting out there into the world, they do the weekend like they've done in the past.
Yes.
Where you could evolve and get all the past years Community Day Pokemon during that weekend, hires shiny raids, and also being able to evolve Pokemon during that window to get their special moves. So I really hope they continue that tradition.
Yep.
That's one they don't need to change.
Mm-hmm.
That one was always fine, and they should keep it.
Yeah.
But just increase the frequency.
So, on that, real quick, I've got a little bit of time left. I just wanted to say, Thanksgiving just passed. I'm super thankful for all of you. I'm super thankful that for some reason, almost 30 years ago, some crazy people decided to come up with a game called Pokemon where you go catch a bunch of shit in the wild. I'm super thankful because that's a game we all grew up with. It's a game we all connected to in some form or fashion. It's part of our lives, whether we want it to be or not.
True.
And so, I don't really have anything else other than I'm excited to see what happens. I'm ready for Go Beyond. I'm just going to keep calling it that, even though...
Go Beyond Beast.
Go Beyond plus Ultra.
Plus Ultra.
Hell yeah.
They should.
Plus Ultra. Where's my My
Yes.
Hero Academia cross event? Come on, let's go. Anywho.
It's going to be good.
You got anything else?
No, stay safe.
Yes.
Keep your head up. We're in the home stretch to 2020.
And if you don't stay
Finish
safe,
strong.
I'll dick punch you.
You'll just dick punch people.
I will if you don't stay safe.
Oh, good. All right. Well, I'm sure they'll welcome that.
And I don't care if you don't have a dick. I'll dick punch you.
Yeah. Dick punches for everyone. All right. Well, have a good one, all right?
Yeah, we love you.
Bye.
Bye.